The title of today is Bodybuilding as a Way of Life. The subtitle is Health, Strength, and Self-Confidence. Bodybuilding, the idea is to build up a symmetrical, well-developed physique. It's also called muscle sculpting. To get more definition, to get the striations of the musculature showing. And it's a whole way of life involving diet, nutrition, rest. And so bodybuilders, we're always thinking about, well, what do I have to do? What exercise am I doing today? What's my routine tomorrow? Typically, bodybuilders are reading all the time, voraciously, on what other people's routines are, looking at a variety of bodybuilding magazines. Now, the strength part, power lifters, for the most part, don't care how they look, and very often have very large bellies, and they're very strong. And so the power lifts, the three power lifts are the bench press, the squat, and the deadlift. I come from a powerlifting background going into bodybuilding. And we're going to see some of the distinctions of what happens in development of the musculature. Now, it's my opinion that muscles that are developed through heavy lifting last longer than a bodybuilder who does more reps. Bodybuilder typically will do anywhere from 8 to 25 reps, very often 15 to 25 reps, doing more repetitions, lighter weight to get that pump, to get the muscles more defined. Whereas a power lifter, we might go 4 sets, 3 repetitions, and just keep adding weights every week. Now, we're making a distinction between that and then Olympic lifts. There are 2 Olympic lifts. There used to be 3. You have also weightlifting. Now, people say, well, weightlifting. Well, weightlifting applies to all of it. Powerlifting, bodybuilders, Olympic lifters. It's just weights are just one way to be developing the muscle and the power. Then the whole area is fitness, where typically in fitness people have cardiovascular workouts like running on a treadmill, walking. The cardio part's more important. Bodybuilders and powerlifters don't emphasize too much on cardio because it kicks up the cortisol. And if you see runners who do marathon runs, for example, they look pretty skinny because you get a catabolic process that starts eating up the muscles. So there's some cardio that happens, but typically powerlifters and bodybuilders will minimize that and maximize the weightlifting. So we're calling it as a way of life, bodybuilding as a way of life. And a person who's doing bodybuilding and trying to develop his physique has a number of motivations. He may be wanting to attract a member of the opposite sex. He may want to send a message to other males, you know, I'm strong, so, you know, you don't want to antagonize me. I'm going to put aside those right now and talk about weightlifting and athletics in terms of strength development. I'm going to bring a concept that's a new concept, and that is bodybuilding, weightlifting can be, if you so desire, an act of worship. And I'm going to tell you how. Taking the position that our purpose in life is to develop ourselves fully as human beings, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Part of what we have is our physical identity. So developing our potential, building ourselves up as strong as we can become. We say, well, God, please accept this as an act of worship. I'm doing this to build your glory, not mine. This is the opposite of somebody just doing it for their own narcissism, their own self-glory. So I offer this to you as a new concept, something that many bodybuilders will not subscribe to, but there'll be many also who do. So I wanted you to have that knowledge that at the beginning of a workout, you certainly have the option to offer to God as prayer. And developing your physical capacity is also then becomes a spiritual act. Now also, as you develop yourself physically and increases self-confidence, and this then allows you to carry yourself differently on the streets, how you are at your employment, how you are with friends, how you are in your marriage. So it has tremendous psychological benefits. And we know for a fact that weightlifting decreases anxiety, decreases depression, and reduces insomnia.